Three things. I think honesty, integrity, and I would say probably being real, basically. I mean, to me, it's mostly characters of people, whereby being disrespectful to people, you know, just generally, if you're talking about waiters and so on, and so, you know, little things that annoy me about people because I kind of see it very quickly. And you talk about traffic that's everywhere in the world, you talk about, you know, there's always, nothing is smooth in the world, you know what I mean? So I try not to react too much. I'm more in when I get upset is basically when people have no respect for the situation and an environment around them, you know what I mean? Meaning when they deal with other people or how they treat other people, that kind of annoys me. Oh dear, actually, I wouldn't say cars anymore. I wouldn't say, I used to, but today I wouldn't say cars anymore. And maybe watches, I think. City would be Melbourne. I think it's a beautiful place. My favorite food is actually wonton noodles. Yeah, it's weird. If that opportunity arises, I think obviously be my parents. I had a lot of questions for them, like, oh, why? I would say on History Channel, what's the name? Oh, geez, I can't remember right now. What was it? Oh dear! Brain freeze.
You can Google it.
History Channel about the Vikings.
Vikings,
Yeah.
okay.
Vikings.
Wow, you're obsessed with Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grow up quick. That'll be my advice. Don't wait. I waited too long for things and hoped on people a lot. Don't hope on people. Take action on your own initiative. That's what I'll tell myself, in my younger self. I don't know. I don't listen to the radio anymore. Hardly. I never concentrate on the radio anymore.
So you karaoke yourself?
No, I do not sing at all. I don't go to karaoke's. I do not sing in the car. I do not. I only sing on stage when I perform for musicals. That's it. Or rehearsals for the musicals.
Which
Alamak, banyak I didn't do. Again, it comes back to treatment, I would say. For me, I'm more a people sort of person, whether you know, it's a lady or a man in front of me and so on, and how people treat people. I'm very into that right now because I feel that's lacking in Malaysia, of how we treat each other. So, I don't know, you know. Today, I mean, in my life now, at this time, I think it would be having dinner with my family, my nephews and nieces and stuff like that. And if I'm with friends, it's always in a restaurant. And I love restaurants because I love food and I love conversation and I love sharing, you know, what life is about and so on. I never used to be like this. As I get older, I think things change, and I enjoy that basically on a Friday night, especially because it's great. Because if I don't work on a Saturday, I can stay out a little bit late. But unfortunately, I have to get up every day at 6 in the morning. So my nights are very early for me. Yeah, I'm in bed at 10. Yeah.
the new addition to the family? Congratulations to that.
Yeah, my little nephew. It's nice to have another one. I mean, they're my brothers. You know, they have to look after him. It's not me. I get the easy part. Come over, hey! Yeah. Actually, to be honest, right now, currently, I'm not reading any books. I'm more on scripts, and I read a lot of legal stuff and contracts. So my time basically is I read everything that goes through the company. I don't leave it to just my team, so they have to do the work. But I bring my file back home. So literally, before I go to bed, I make sure everything's in order. So I don't have time to hold a book. Yeah, unless I'm on a holiday, and on a holiday, when I'm on holiday, I bring a book, usually biographies of people, you know what I mean? I'm not into the love stories or I'm more into people books, like experiences of people, how they succeed, their mistakes in life and so on. That means a lot to me to learn from.
Whose biography?
Alex Ferguson, Roy Keane, more sportsmen because I love sports.
Okay.
Yeah, I read a lot of business books also. I think that's what I said early on also. Integrity, honesty and so on, but also setting example. You don't expect somebody to do the job if you're not going to do it. So if you're going to clean the toilet, you ask somebody to clean the toilet, you be ready to clean that toilet if that person wasn't there. No, she doesn't know. In terms of my guilty pleasure in food at night, a bit of chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's really bad. A little bit of chocolate. It's weird. I get cravings. You know what I mean? In terms of chocolate would be it. Sleeping is something that everybody needs, so I don't take guilty pleasure or so on. So everybody needs to do it. Sometimes I do. When I got a lot of work, I get up and I think at 2 in the morning. So I have a slight problem where I'm always up at 2 till 5 in the morning. my mind starts to trigger of work and what's not done and what issues I have to sort out and stuff like that. If something bothers me, it affects me big time. Yeah, it affects me.
Oh, I thought you said home.
Oh, right now? No, Maldives. I have a small place, so it's it's something I go back to, and it's just enough for me right now. I mean, and it's nice and quiet, but ultimately, a holiday is what I need. I don't think it's going to come anytime soon.
I would think so, Jakarta and everything.
Yeah, it's got quite a few things to do this year.
So if you have a superpower, what will it be?
To see the future, maybe.
Your nephew might ask you this.
I know what superhero I would like to be, but a name to call myself, Mr. H. Yeah, there you go. It's always the last movie. It's weird because I feel that every director should improve in the next movie they do. Unless the director's doing 3 or 4 films a year, there's no way of improvement there because you're going to come to a halt and hit a brick wall. I direct 1 film every 3 years probably, and I believe every film I do has improved from the previous film. So my first film was Chuchi the film, which I felt was not bad. There were flaws that I thought personally that I could improve, but
All agree.
yeah. Oh, is it?
That was really
Oh, thanks, man. But Lemak Kamu Santan was a more technical quality film, and it was something that I felt also very strong with, about protecting our land, protecting the people, and so on. So that's something I wanted to do. Aston Martin.
You already have one park.
No, sorry?
You already have one park at home?
No. No.
Batman or Superman?
Batman. I think I was talking. This happens quite a lot. There's not a moment. It happens a lot to me that I speak to people and I don't know who I'm talking to. And it's really bad because I'm really bad for names, and I gotta get someone to remind me. Mana jumpa, and everyone comes up to me and goes, "Hey, ingat tak? Hey," and they think I know them and we met once, and I'm like, "Oh my god, if I met this person, they're so friendly to me," which is very nice. But I'm like, jumpa sekali like 10 years ago. Dia ingat tapi I tak ingat. I feel so bad sometimes. You know what I mean?
I might be doing that as well when we next see you. So.
Remember your faces.
Who is this?
Yeah, so I have a conversation. I realize sometimes I'm saying talking to situation, speaking to on a situation that I've been in with that person, and it's not the same person.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, so malu lah sikit. Embarrassing.
you hate it when people say,
I can't.
how many pets do you have?
None. No.
If you were to write a biography about you, what would it be called?
Make mistakes, Hans. Yeah, that would be the title of the book. Sickness, cancer, and all the sicknesses that there is. I mean, a high amount of people in the world. I can't believe we don't even have the medication for something like that after so many years. I believe it's out there, but someone's holding it back due to medical reasons of the business of medical hospitals and so on. War, which I will end on the spot. You know what I mean? Religious wars or any sort of war. And the third thing I think would be that every human being should own their own property, a house, no matter how small or how big. I believe everyone should own something that has an asset. I believe this not just today in this interview, but I believe this for many years, even 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah. I think my patience sometimes, that's very unattractive. Because I expect a lot from people. I expect a lot from myself first. And I do expect a lot from people. So at times I get disappointed and I react towards it, and it affects me when people don't achieve their targets or they don't, I would say, shine. And I put them in a situation, it affects me, you know what I mean? When I've committed to people that I thought I believed in, and those people, turn their back on you, it affects me. So these things, I feel, sometimes I feel I should just forget about it, just like whatever, move on, which you do at some point, but I always remember it at the back of my head, I think people abusing power is something that affects me. Power should be just given to you, or you're in a position to make things better for people, situations, surroundings, and so on. So it affects me when I read things or I see things, Friendship and family. If that goes wrong, that's bad for me. Yeah. I react to things, and you see it in my face because I'm not the type of person that can sembunyi when I'm upset, and you will see it a mile away. But I won't see anything but my muka, you will know I'm upset.
You're good right now?
I'm good right now, yeah. I'm not very well today, to be honest. So,
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I've been resting in the morning and I'm just to come here and sort you guys out. So.
Last film you watched?
Star Wars.
Okay. What's the first thing you notice?
How they treat other people.
That's your first impression.
Yeah, it's weird. But physically, it would probably rambut dia.
Oh, okay.
Macam mana dia orang, because hair says a lot about people. Whether it could be, you know what I mean? Cleanliness. I think that is something that I would always look at and like, okay lah dia ni, atau you know what I mean? But I don't judge them. It's just that it says a lot. If you go into someone's car and it's messy, if they can't keep their car clean, how do they keep their house clean, how do they keep their office clean, and how do they keep their business clean? You know, it's a pattern. And it's by proven my track record, I feel people should always have everything around them organized in that sense, to a certain extent. No, I don't think so.
I was just about to say show us that whatever.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I have the talent. I think everything I do, I have to work very hard at. It's not given to me. It's not given to me like everyone else. I think that a few people have. So I've got to work on it. You know what I mean? Even acting. Never imagined being an actor. Never imagined singing on stage. But I've done it. I had to work very hard at it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm good at it, but that's for other people to decide, not me. Being in a different situation every day. I play characters that I would never be as Hans, the normal guy. Meeting different sorts of people around the world. When I act in Philippines, in Jakarta, in Singapore, and anywhere I go and make movies. So I'm very fortunate to meet a lot of people. And I think the last thing for me would be is when people appreciate what I've done and it makes them happy or they get to see something. So I believe the stories that I make today or act in, if I'm affiliated to it, which I don't do much anymore, so I'm very selective of what I do right now and I'm very open about it, it must impact someone or the people or the viewers. So then I realized I put in a few months into that film that they basically benefited out of, you know. I'm not concerned at all about my popularity. Even though the film is going to be damaging for me, but it'll impact other people, I will do it. It'll be my mom, I think. Yeah, it'll always be my mom. You know, she's always been inspiration to me. Yeah. Sound of music. Yeah. Not achieving your targets, because you're also responsible for the people around you. Sometimes it's a big group of people. Not giving it your best shot. Not giving 100%, you know what I mean? Actually, I don't even call it 100%, I call it 120%. Because everyone only has one chance, and people remember you only for that. And you want to create a legacy, and I would like to create a legacy of what I do and the films that I've acted in or I've directed in or the musical productions I've been affiliated to with Mokhtar Dahari, Lat, you know. I want people to remember this one day that, you know, when Lat was staged, it was done by Hans and Harith. When Mokhtar's story was told and brought to life, it was done by Harith and Hans, you know what I mean? So these are the things that I like to have and people to remember. Yeah, that would be it.
Where's the back?
It's weird, it's from Datuk Yasmin Yusof. I was much younger. I was 21. She bought me a Michael Jackson ticket.
Oh, okay.
And I went to Singapore with her and her friends and we had front row seats with Michael Jackson. Yeah, and it was the best thing ever, the best concert I've ever been to. I took someone on a surprise helicopter ride around the KLCC Twin Towers.
Nice.
I think that's, yeah.
That's the best so far.
It was a surprise, yeah, someone's birthday. It was my partner's birthday, yeah, so I wouldn't do it for anyone, girlfriend.
Favorite band?
Foo Fighters,
Favorite artist?
Tom Hanks, and Mel Gibson. No, it's the worst. I can't remember, I can't even read my own handwriting, it's terrible. Yes, I would, but I'll advise myself of all the mistakes I've done that people judge me for till today. You don't realize that in life, every mistake you make when you're younger may carry forward to the years in front of you. And you think when you made the decision, yeah, it's only for now, no one will remember, but people do remember. Not to say that we gotta always worry about what people say, but the fact remains is it might not give you the opportunity that you want in life in the future. Because people only judge you for that, you know. And people till today still judge me for when I was 20 years old making mistakes in life. Yeah, till today, you know, people.
Don't let you forget it.
Then no, I mean, I don't think they got anything better to do than to remember that, lah. But for me, it's surprising that they remember that and not my achievements sometimes. Wow, yeah. I play a lot of golf, but I would say I wouldn't like watching golf too much, so it's football. Golf, football. I dive. You know, if you call scuba diving a sport. I can't stand walking too much. I just don't like. It's weird. I play golf, but I'll walk on the golf course. But you ask me to climb up a mountain, I'll be like, what for? Actually, every movie makes me cry. It's weird, you know. A lot of movies make me cry. But obviously, the dude you do the
Look away.
yeah, they look away, or I want to sleep, you know, and like, oh, and then you're inside, like, you know, all the tricks, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think every movie makes me cry. If it's got a moment, especially people moment, like realization, or people stories that people are trying to achieve something, and their goals, and they achieve it, and they realize the impact of when they achieve it. And it's not the impact about the financial impact and so on. It's about self-awareness and for themselves. So that basically makes me tear, because I always put myself in that situation. I've been in that situation many times before. I have to fight every battle, climb every mountain to try to even make an impact or win. Nothing that I have in my life came for free. It was never given to me. I had to earn it and fight for it all the way through. I cannot remember one thing in my life that was given to me for free. Nothing. Nothing. But that was friendship. See?
Yes.
That was friendship. There was a friendship, a bond between your husband and me. We were like, you know, family. And you know, she wanted to do that for me, and you know, there was always something you had to do. But I'm not saying I had to do it to get those tickets, but in life, just the reality of it, you know, you have to earn it. Yeah.
Favorite pair of shoes?
My thoughts. Yeah.
Where were you?
It's one in Johor Bahru. I'm a Johorian actually.
Oh, wow, Johor.
I lived there on a Navy base. Well, not Johor inside. It's more Singapore side of Woodlands. That was basically it, you know. We moved around Malaysia. My late dad was in the Navy, so I lived in a lot of Navy bases when I was younger. I think I'm honest. I'm straight up, which is in honesty also, pretty straight up, whether it hurts or not. I'm a hard worker, and I think I'm sensitive in terms of my emotions. With when people need help and people in trouble, it bothers me. When I can't help them, it bothers me that I cannot help someone. Because I can't help everybody, you know what I mean? And when I can't, whether it's financially or in a situation, it bothers me. It hurts me because I can't do that. So I work very hard because I don't want to be in that situation. That I know that one day I can help anyone I wanted to. Yeah, whether it's my family, friends, or people that need help. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think to me that's, you know, I just share with you. It's just not me. This is not about me that I'm trying to share this. You know, there was a late veteran actress that passed away, and she wanted a house. She never stayed in her own house, and she didn't have anything in the house. And I got a few friends like Awi, Flynn, my close buddies, and I just said, look, let's chip in and get her everything she wants to the house. And all my friends came together, and we went, she bought everything, put it in a truck, and filled up her entire house. And when I walked away till today, I'm not showing off by saying this. I'm just saying because what it meant to me till today. That moment I took all the way until today that I have it in me, you know what I mean? And maybe Awi and Afrin didn't mean much to them, and it was just helping out because I asked them. But it also showed me that these friends were there for me when not for just me. When I wanted to do something for someone else, they came on board to do it. So it said a lot about my friendship with these guys also, and I learned a lot. Yeah. So today I fight for my friends. Yeah, I argue with them when they're wrong, but at the end of the day, I love my friends.
I think they would be clearing up hearing this.
No, they're on a set shooting right now. They're not thinking about it. They're actually shooting together, Awi and Afrin. Tea. I hardly drink coffee. I'll do a single espresso once a week when I'm really tired in the daytime and I have 4, 5 or 6 meetings lined up. In between I'll have one just to keep me going. But I try to stay away from coffee. Douglas.
So that would be good.
Who?
Like, you know, like the rest of
No, I mean, it's just that because he's like Harith and Aflin, they're there already. They've gone through, they are popular, you know, they walk everywhere, people and take their pictures. They don't need my help or my support, you know. With Douglas, I think he's worked so hard at his craft and he's so good at it, but a lot of people don't recognize him to that level, you know what I mean? And I want to support him, that's why I'm saying Douglas, you know. Harith doesn't need it, you know. He's got all endorsements, he's got everything going for him. And Aflin's got all his films and everything, you know. With Douglas, it's not to say he doesn't work, he's got a lot of corporate shows, but I think he can be an amazing talent in Malaysia. So that's why when we stage Lawak Kedua every year, he's always on my list. Because I just want to wait for that day that he's going to be a Harith and Aflin in terms of Malaysia accepting him, you know. And not to say that you know, as I said, he works. Douglas works, but a different target audience, mass market belum lagi.
your phobia.
Heights.
When are you most nervous?
I'm always nervous. I think before I go on stage and sing, because I'm terrified of singing. I don't think I'm a good singer. I think I'm all right. Lose it some nights. I got my good nights and bad nights, but like every singer on stage. But it was a phobia. That's why I did Cuci the musical, because I said, what have I ever done in my career? And I goes, sing on stage. That is why I did Cuci the musical in Istana Budaya, just for me to sing in front of an audience. And I decided to get the best people around me to work with me. So I got all my friends.
They were all on board.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, Cuci the musical was a huge hit for us. It was a seasonal thing. It's such a huge musical production. You know what I mean? In terms of people accepting it. And from that, we went on to do LUT. We went on to do Super Mock. You know, Baik the Chilot. We just learned our craft. Not just me, but my entire team. And I believe we could stage anything we wanted to in Malaysia today with the team I have, because of that decision of me being afraid to sing on stage. And now everyone knows how to put a musical together. Yeah, it's cool. Stage. Because why I say stage, let me justify it a little bit. It's not that I don't appreciate the cinema. I do. But I don't get to feel when I act, I'm acting in front of a camera like this. And then it goes into 100 cinemas around Malaysia, and I don't get to see the audience react to it. Today, yeah, we in my Instagram and Twitter and so on, yeah, people comment about what I do and so on, which is nice to have. Positive, negative, I learn from it. But when I started acting before, we didn't have that. So I never knew what people thought. Only people come gambar, you know, autograph or whatever, you know. That's all I got everywhere I went. But in theatre, I get it on the spot, and the reaction is instant, and there's no second take. So if I have to give emotion at a point with Vanida in front of me as an actress, it's there now or never. That's it. There's no second take. I cannot say I can't do this. It's got to be. You got to get there. You know what I mean? So the intensity of theatre is quite severe, which scares me, and I literally go pale. When I'm in my room, nobody's allowed to disturb me in Istana Budaya, in my own room. I've got a private room. All the actors have a room, and I basically will not talk to anybody like an hour before I go on stage, because I'm nervous, I'm sweating, I'm running lines, key on my song, everything. It's just I'm nervous. But when we go on stage, it looks confident, but you don't. All of us, even Awi, the rocker singing concert, orang datang stadium penuh, kan? Even he on stage, he's like sweating, he's like, bro, we're all broing back then because we're all so takut, you know what I mean, for the curtain to come out, you know.
Craziest thing you've done to prep for a role?
Nothing severe, I think. I think putting on weight is one thing. I put on a bit of weight for a character. I grew my beard for a few months, shaved my hair till I was bald for a character in Bully. I'm preparing right now, not for the Indonesian films, a different situation, but I'm preparing for my next musical, which I hope to stage next year. But I'm currently preparing myself now physically for it. And it's intense, so I literally have to buff up. And I've never done that for a character. It would be Gladiator. The film Gladiator. Or Braveheart. Those sort of films I see myself acting in. Not clean-cut films. Meaning it's edgy, it's rough, it's dirty. So I don't know. I mean, I'm always up for something, as long as something new, something different, something that breaks the norm that I've done with all my Malaysian films that I've done. The Baik the Chilot boys. My Cuci guys. Yeah, I always call it Baik the Chilot because we did Baik the Chilot first, then we did Cuci. I love acting with them. I love the intensity acting, the comedy, the love, the tears we have on stage together. One cries on stage in Cuci, all of us cry. It's a trigger. You know what I mean? Because we know why Awi's crying. He's not crying for the character, he's crying because at that moment he lost his mom, and we knew he lost his mom, and he was on stage. And we knew what he was going through. When I found out my mom was very sick, they knew what I was going through. So it was just like this. One react, we know why he's reacting, and it impacted us on stage. And literally, the audience were with us with it, but they didn't actually know why we were on stage hugging each other, crying in the scene. But people thought, oh, it's because the story's there. But internally, in that little ball, the four of us were together, only four of us knew. Not even the director knew it, not even no one knew it. Because every night was a different moment, a different reason why we were in that position. And for me, I'll never forget that. I try to be, but I know I still make those mistakes. But I think a gentleman is someone who's always having a heart. And I don't just mean physically, I got a heart. It's having a heart, you know what I mean? It's everything that's put in front of you, any situation, any person, anything, you don't just think with your head, you think with your heart as well. The treatment you give people, whether it's a lady, whether it's an elderly person, you know what I mean? I say this and I'm promoting this because I don't see it in Malaysia anymore. I don't see in a lift when we all stand in a lift, we're all looking at a number going up. It's the most uncomfortable moment when we're all in a lift and everybody's looking up at the number and no one's acknowledging the person next to you. When the lift opens and everybody runs out and nobody's giving the ladies to walk first. Men opening the doors for the ladies when they get in the car. We've lost all this, you know what I mean? Pulling a chair for the ladies. We were brought up old school Navy style. You stand when a lady shakes your hand. You know what I mean? That was how I was brought up. You literally get one tight slap. Literally we got one tight slap if we didn't stand up and a lady stepped in the room, or you know what I mean? It was things like that. But that's old school for my parents, you know. Today I feel, I can talk now at my age now.
Were you like that when you were 21?
No, we were brought up pretty decently. My parents were very strict. I had the rotan and everything. There's no left or right about it. We were okay with it because if we made a mistake, we knew we had to pay for it, and not financially pay for it. It's literally physically pay for it, and we're okay with it. You know, it's you know, today the world is different. Let's talk. You know, so things are different now, and I feel with that, men have lost. They treat women nice when they want to tackle them. That's it. Once they've tackled them, it all changes. There's no consistency, and I feel that is something lacking in men today. Yeah. I think this is because she didn't have much, and she made the best for all of us. She sacrificed a lot when we went through financial bad times. She would do anything to make sure that we had, even if it's rice, ikan goreng, and sayur and telur on the table. That's it. She would make it happen. We've been through that in our life. You know what I mean? She was always very simple. She always said, you know, don't owe people money, Hans. Never owe people money. You know, if you can't afford it, don't have it. You know. A lot of these things that I always remember, you know what I mean, and that she and the moments that she was there for me, even without saying a single word. She was always a woman that always masak, suka masak, like every woman, you know, in the home who leads the house, the mother figure, the lady figure in the house. Even when I had a problem, I would duduk. She knew bila balik, dia tahu I got a problem. I would duduk at the table and duduk at the table and say nothing. And the makan will come out, I makan, and she would sit next to me without saying a single word. As soon as I finish makan, I say thanks, mom. And she looked at me, she goes, okay. She didn't have to say anything to make me feel better. And when I left the house, I feel, and everything I did also was because I wanted her to have a better life. So I had reason. So bila dia tak ada, tak macam, alamak, tak ada reason. So I was lost for a little bit. I didn't have a reason of what I was doing. So why am I doing this now? You know, who am I doing it for? Because I never did anything for myself. It was always for other people. And my friends would say, sometimes you got to do things for yourself, which is true. But I didn't understand that. I was always doing things for someone else or a different. If I did something and I made a decision, how are other people going to benefit out of this? That's how I would react, get my answers.
We're done.
That's it.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You didn't keep me waiting. I kept you guys waiting actually.
You were not well.